The Panos Skordi Encounter.
Hi, this is Panos here with Michelle.klein to discuss challenges faced by an actuary in the workplace. Michelle is a fellow of the Society of Actuaries and works as a consulting actuary. Welcome, Michelle.
Hello.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions about uh, working as a consulting actuary. And we're going to kick off by asking you, what drew you to become a consultant?
So in college, I had gotten involved in a consulting organization with our business school, and I really enjoyed that. I liked kind of getting my hands dirty in a lot of different areas and just kind of being, a problem solver that different companies could go to. And what I think really drew me was the variety of work. I'm the kind of person who doesn't necessarily want to know what my day is going to look like exactly every day. So I really like kind of having that dynamicness. Just, one day I'm going to be working for a health plan, one day I'm going to be working for a drug manufacturer, and I just really like that variety. And so I had such a good experience in college that I just really wanted to stick with consulting as a career.
Do you actually cross from property and casualty to life and health? Do you actually cover all of those, or you've mentioned a few different areas you work in, but are they all connected, or you actually switch across the actual different actuarial fields?
So I am a health consultant, so I stay in the health area, but I work in pretty much every area of the health space.
What are the benefits of being a consultant?
I think that I feel like I get to learn about kind of everything that goes on in the health area. I get to see, how, for example, like a Medicare plan um, sets their rates. I get to see how a commercial plan sets their rates. And I work with drug manufacturers a lot. So it's really interesting, I think, to see how everything ties together. And when there's a market event like the ACA coming out or a new rule or something that the government issues, it's really cool to see just kind of how every stakeholder is impacted a little bit differently and just kind of how it all fits together.
Okay. So, are there any challenges you face as a consultant um, that you may not face if you worked in a different area? So if you weren't a consultant, if you worked for a regular insurance company.
Yeah, definitely. I think consulting is probably a little bit infamous for our busy hours, which is true to some extent. You're kind of at the demand of the client. So if there's an emergency, you kind of just have to be available to handle it. So that can be challenging. I think another thing is just, I work in so many different areas and Medicare, ACA, all of these different areas have their own sets of rules. So it's tough just to keep track of just how you bid something in Medicare versus how you do it in ACA, and just kind of keeping track of all of the regulations, which are constantly changing. So I think that's just a challenge.
Okay. So yeah, it seems like a very varied, mixed and varied field, and it does seem challenging, but it also seems rewarding. From I can feel the energy in your voice, and you're actually excited to talk about it.
Definitely.
What advice could you give someone contemplating becoming a consulting actuary?
Yeah, I guess I would say that I personally really enjoy being a consulting actuary. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Just kind of trying to, if you're looking for internships, try a consulting internship, try an insurance internship, try to get your hands, into health versus PNC, and just kind of try a little bit of everything and figure out what works for you.
Thanks, Michelle, for the insights into the challenges faced by a consulting actuary. It'd be great to have you back at a later stage so we can go into some more detail. Michelle's contact details will be included in the description. This is Panos Skordi on the Panos Skordi Encounter. Take care wherever you are.